Good morning and welcome to Behind the Screen. I am JM, and this is a show where we hang out. We talk about beautiful things. We talk about games, board games, card games, role playing games, things of beauty, things that bring joy to our life. And we're going to be focusing a lot of beauty over the next couple of weeks because, man, do I need some beauty in my life. I hope you all are doing well this morning. Today, I have a very special thing to hang on and chat about. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of old school D&D, and I love the game company Troll Lord Games. Did an interview with Stephen Chenault that we released on Saturday, I believe. It's been live on Beyond the Table. Always a great time to hang out and chat with him. But before I get into it, good morning to James and John. John, I do appreciate you too, my friend. This is a thing of beauty. Good morning, Tink. So we talked about a lot of things, and it's a really cool time for Troll Lord Games. They have just released a version of Castles and Crusades that got rid of everything from the OGL due to the, well, we call it here on Iconic, the late unpleasantness, thanks to John Doom. They call it the dust up. And so they've got a lot of cool things. They've just released Castles and Crusades Reforged, which is a updated version of the rules that has no OGL. So if you wish to be done with anything related to the OGL, Castles and Crusades is a great game. It's a great time to get into it. They also just released, or at least I just purchased recently, they have a online character creator and die roller for on your character sheet. So a little character sheet management system that's available on the web and on Android, soon to be available for iOS. I don't think it's a competition with D&D Beyond, but an attempt to bring those digital tools that people have come to love to Castles and Crusades. And they have had a renewal of their partnership with the Gygax estate. Now, if you're not familiar with it, Gary Gyax later in his life started working on projects with Castles and Crusades with Steven and Dave and the other guys over at Troll Lord Games. And he produced several things that they've been able to publish once again. So the first that they released was Castle Zagyg. So if a little bit of a history lesson, because I'm me and you're sitting here listening to me, so you know that I love history. Castle Greyhawk was kind of the big mega dungeon of Greyhawk. It's where Gary cut his teeth designing the D&D rules, much like Blackmore was for Dave Artisan's group. And despite everything, we've never really got a good vision of what Castle Greyhawk was like. There have been many attempts from the okay in the hands of people who I don't think actually used Gary's notes. And there have been some really bad versions of it, bordering on, well, depending on where you stand, parody, ranging anywhere from parody to character assassination. So Castle Zagyg was his attempt to bring to life something similar to the Castle Greyhawk experience. And I picked this up. This is awesome. Castle Zagyg is a 253-page supplement, and sadly is not Castle Zagyg. This is Yigsburg and the surrounding areas. It is essentially the campaign setting that Castle Zagyg and the Dungeon of the Mad Mage belongs in. So you get a city, so much like the city of Greyhawk. It came with this, let's see if I can do this, this beautiful map of Yigsburg, and then very reminiscent of the old Darlene map, map of the surrounding areas. And that went so well that they were able to produce The Hermit. And I'm going to do a mostly spoiler-free review of this book because it is not a dungeon crawl, although there are dungeon crawling elements to it. It is a fairy tale adventure. And this is the nicest Castles and Crusades book that I've ever had. If you watched our interview, Kevin, or not Kevin, Stephen and I talked a lot about how great like the paper and the printing of this, and how Stephen hopes this is the newest, the new quality going through for Castles and Crusades. But why am I bringing all of this up today? Well, Castles and Crusades and Troll Games has a backer kit going on right now for the first 60% of Castle Zagyg. It is going to be produced in 3 gorgeous box sets. The Citadel, which will cover Yigsburg. The Ruins, which consists of the Mouth of Madness, kind of the ruins on the upper, above ground, the old castle that has fallen into disrepair, as well as the first level of the dungeon. And then the third one will be the Cellar, which will cover the levels 2 through 5 and a couple of sub-levels for 7 levels of a dungeon. And they're doing these first 3 right now. The second Kickstarter will be, crowdfunder will be done next year after this one delivers. And they're updating it to the current version of Castles and Crusades. Again, remember, there's no additions in Castles and Crusades. Reforged is just the OGL free. And this is it. This is, if you are a fan of Greyhawk, of old school D&D, of Gary Gyax, this is a look at his legacy. This look is both a look at his legacy as well as his roots, right? This is his reimagining of the original setting where characters like Tensor and Mordenkainen cut their teeth and became the game and the hobby that we all now love and enjoy. So I'm going to post a link in the chat here. So that's the link to the backer kit. It is crushing it right now. It is currently, it just broke $400,000, and then it has unlocked several stretch goals. The next stretch goals that are unlocking, let's see, what does it unlock? It has unlocked personalized leather covers. So if you are in the highest tier of the backer kit, you will get your leather books that look like this, but they will have your name on it, which is actually pretty tempting for me to upgrade to the next level. They've got a new village map. They've doubled the maps for each box set, and we're approaching a custom GM screen. Now, there are several pledge levels. If you want just the PDF only, again, you're saving about 25% off retail. You're going to get the Citadel book, the Ruins book, the Cellar's book, as well as all of the maps for $80 for the PDF. And it includes all of the stretch goals that are being added. The print only is $280. I realize, yes, that is a beefy price, or sorry, $180 for the box sets, or $230 if you want the box sets and the PDFs. And then the leather-bound edition is $450, which is just, I'm tempted. I just don't know how to make that jump. So you'll get the box sets as well as leather-bound versions of the books. Again, super, super tempted. Yeah, right, exactly, John Doe. And again, it's the man. I love their box sets. I pulled out In the Shadow of Offstrag to show you guys this as we were talking. So this is what a Castles and Crusades box set kind of looks like. Sturdy cardboard box. Right, this one comes with a soft-bound book that I've tabbed up from use. Adventure maps, encounter charts, and then region map. And these promise to be even more extravagant and beautiful than the current ones, or than this. But comparing the box sets to something beautiful like this, I'm very tempted to make that upgrade, because you're basically getting 2 versions of the book. You're going to get the box set that would be very usable, and then you're going to get the leather-bound personalized editions that will sit on your shelf and are probably easier to read kind of overall, all the maps being included, and yeah, it's tempting. It's tempting. So I'm going to be doing a review of the Hermit here in April. Looking forward to it. So that's Castle Zagyg. Here's the thing. I have a lot of Troll Lord Games products, and I realize that not everyone is into sort of the first edition, second edition aesthetic or the history of the game as much as I am. But here's the thing, the quality of all of the adventures that Troll Lord Games puts together is beyond reproach. I have run the Rising Knight like 9 or 10 times in a bunch of different systems, from 5th edition D&D to Castles of Crusades to Axe. I love that adventure. It's so well put together. If you like dungeons, this is promising to be kind of an homage to the granddaddy of them all. But also it comes with a wonderful fantasy city supplement, as well as this whole region that's detailed. This is a campaign setting. So yeah, I realize that the price tag could be a little shocking, but what they are putting into it is going to be above and beyond what it's gonna cost you, essentially, especially at the 25% off. And Backerkit has this amazing new feature where you don't have to pay for it when the campaign closes. You can break it up into 4 easy installments of 1/4 each of what you want to do, which is helping me. It's kind of spreading it out a little bit over a couple of months. So yeah, that's it. Oh, also I should mention Gary Gyax is coming back to help flesh out Castle Zagyg. So there's some legacy in the gaming there as well. So that's it. If you're at all interested, go check it out. I promise you will not be disappointed. Troll Lord Games has been streaming, I think, every day, kind of talking about it, expanding on it, letting people know what's going on. I'm very excited about Castle Zagyg. I will be doing a review of it when it comes out. I have a review planned for the new Castles of Crusade starter box when it comes out. And yeah. So no behind the screen on Thursday. I realize we've been kind of spotty, health being what it is. I've got some testing that I'm going into. But next week on Tuesday, we're going to be doing a review of Savage Worlds Science Fiction Companion, which is one of the best, if not the best, companion that Savage Worlds has put out. We're going to do a review of The Hermit in next week as well. So we're going to do 2 reviews. And then we're going to review something that's not strictly gaming related, but is beautiful. I want to do a review of God's Dog, Snow White, and Jack by Symbolic World. I want to show those books off and send some love their way. So that's it. That is this episode of Behind the Screen. I hope you all enjoyed it. We've got a new episode of Exploring Glorantha coming out this month with Evan and I. And DM James is going to be at Troll Lord, or is going to be at GaryCon. Yes, go say hi. Say hi to Steven and Grace for me. Tell them JM from Iconic says hi. And yeah, go talk with them. They are great people. I had the pleasure of dining with the whole Troll Lord crew at Gamehole Con, and that was a lot of fun. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I am JM. This has been Behind the Screen, and I will see you all later. Till then, have a good one.